Hey everybody, welcome back to an episode of the 3 Count. I am War Machine MJ, he's Dickie, and we are the 3 Count Mafia.
Yeah.
We're here today to talk about the post-Christmas episodes of NXT and NXT UK.
Yeah, now we didn't watch 205 Live, being it was a best of episode, but just to throw this out there, General Manager Drake Maverick did make a match. He announced a match for the Royal Rumble champion, Buddy Murphy will defend his title in a fatal 4-way. Now, within the next 2 weeks, there will be 3 qualifying matches to determine who will face Buddy Murphy in that fatal 4-way at the Rumble for the championship at Chase Field in the rain, right?
I hope so.
Okay. Well, this guy hopes, for some reason, he wants it to rain.
Because it's an open stadium, right?
Outdoor stadium, first time ever, yeah.
Yeah, an outdoor open stadium. Minoru Suzuki wrestled his 30th anniversary match in the rain against the Rainmaker.
That makes perfect sense.
That sounds like a killer match.
Yes.
If it rains at the Royal Rumble, it'd be fucking hilarious watching everybody slide everywhere.
Hey, Titus O'Neil won't have to feel bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Titus World Slide.
Anyway, let's move on.
What are they doing with that man?
Well, he's doing PR stuff.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting the PR stuff.
I forget he's there, too. I mean, every time you see him, he's doing stuff for, like, tribute to the troops or, some PR stuff.
Yeah, I've even heard he's been doing some TED Talks.
Some who?
TED Talks.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you even know what TED Talks are?
No.
It's like, speeches, but it's like,
Oh, it's like what they do, like be a star and stuff like that.
No. Like, it's an organization. But it's a bunch of, people go there and they basically say, like, inspirational messages.
Oh.
Kind of like motivational speaking, but on a much more generalized platform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway,
Cool.
but let's go ahead and jump into NXT now. Fun fact, you know what this week is the anniversary of?
What?
The anniversary of when Goldberg's streak ended.
Oh, yeah, it's Starrcade, when Kevin Nash powerbombed him thanks to Scott Hall hitting him with that taser.
Yeah.
I remember that.
You know what that has to do with NXT? Nothing, because the first member of this Fatal 4-Way for number 1 contendership is undefeated.
What we're talking about is the Fatal 4-Way to determine who will be the number 1 contender for Shayna Baszler's Women's Championship at TakeOver Phoenix next month. The Fatal 4-Way included Mia Yim, Bianca Belair, Lacey Evans, and Io Shirai.
Now I gotta say, watching this match, I'm starting to love Io Shirai.
Yeah, Io Shirai, like we said, she's becoming one of our favorites. She definitely has held her own in Japan, being that's where she's from. Bianca Belair, she's on the come up. She did her thing. Mia Yim, what more can we say about her?
Love Mia Yim too.
And then Lacey Evans, she's pretty good as well.
She's on her way out, kicking and screaming.
Yeah, I was surprised she ate the pin, though.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was going to be either Mia Yim or Io Shirai. But this was an alright match to kick off the show.
I love this match.
Yeah, I mean, certain spots were good, but for the most part, I thought it was alright.
There was that one nasty spot where Lacey Evans threw Io Shirai into the ropes, and Io hit a suicide dive on Bianca Belair.
Oh, yeah, that was so crucial.
Oh,
I was like, oh my god. I was surprised she didn't break no bones. And
I'm surprised Bianca didn't take a hit.
Because she took the blunt of that suicide dive like it was nothing.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of Bianca, she ended up getting the victory with the KOD.
Yeah, because she brought back the hair whip.
Yeah.
Because Io Shirai went for a cover. Bianca Belair just came in and started whipping the piss out of her.
Yeah. Like we said, she hit her with the KOD. Fun fact, that's actually the name of a strip club. Anyway, not that it has anything to do with this.
How would you know that?
I'm just saying. I've heard about it before.
Right, you've heard about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up was the weirdest segment of NXT, where this portion of the show went without commentary.
Yeah.
Because they rang up one of the themes for NXT TakeOver Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
There was no commentary there. They also displayed the NXT Women's Championship match card for it. No commentary. And then this match between Mitch Taverna and Jackson Riker.
Yeah, I saw somebody posting about this. They showed like a little clip, like why is the crowd laughing? And you talked about it, like how they had to reshoot the finish.
Yeah, because Jackson Riker couldn't get to the finish. He couldn't finish the match.
You know what? Honestly, this match was just.
It was service match.
Yeah, it was serviceable because it was just like we were just watching a match with no commentary. It's like watching a TV show and there's no sound.
Yeah, the sound fucks up.
Or the TV's on mute or whatever.
But yeah, what would really help this case? Don't give him a stupid finisher like the slingshot powerbomb.
That was just. I see why they edited the show like it was.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you had to constantly do that over and over and over, I'd just be like, fuck it. Just roll over so I can ping you.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Next up, we had a damn good NXT Championship match.
Yes.
It was between the Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong taking on Heavy Machine.
Now, before we get to this, let's talk about that promo from Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where he basically told Johnny Gargano, listen, I got this title unlocked, but you can be second place champion.
Mm-hmm. Now, they showed where, thanks to Tommaso, Johnny defeated Aleister Black. And he basically said, look, when we got here to NXT, our goal was to take over. And we're doing that. It's basically spreading, it's showing throughout the world, throughout the masses of the NXT universe. I'm the NXT champion. Obviously, you can't have a title shot because Aleister Black is facing me at TakeOver Phoenix. How about you get a North American title shot against Ricochet?
I still say that triple threat's happening.
You think so?
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't. Because I think he and Ricochet and Johnny Gargano can have a killer match.
They could have a killer match, but story perspective, yeah, Alistair's not through with Johnny Boy.
True. And then we'll go ahead and talk about this tag team match. This was a pretty good tag team match.
Despite how we feel about Heavy Machinery as a gimmick, they can go in that ring.
Yeah, I mean, on the last video we talked about certain tag teams and certain people. Heavy Machinery, I mean, they might surprise me when they get called up to the main roster. Whether they go to Raw or SmackDown, preferably, I hope they go to Raw, but, you know, they might surprise some people.
I mean, if you want to talk about surprising moments from this year, Dozovic versus Ciampa on NXT TV.
Yes.
God, that was a killer match.
That was. But Undisputed Era, they ended up retaining the titles. I mean, they weren't going to take the titles off them anyway.
I mean, they won clean as a whistle, too.
Yeah. I mean, who was it? Tommaso Ciampa?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. Trying to fix your leaking.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said Tommaso Ciampa. Who was that? Kyle O'Reilly.
Yep.
He pinned Otis.
Yeah.
But yeah, Undisputed Era, they retained the titles. As Adam Cole said, all 4 members are going to be draped in gold come 2019.
Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to NXT UK episode 19 to kick off this week.
Yeah. It was Johnny Saint and Sid Scala. Yeah. They announced NXT UK takeover Blackpool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One note that's going to come up later is they were in Liverpool for these tapings.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. Anyway, but
we'll talk more about Liverpool later.
They made this official takeover Blackpool.
Yeah.
And Tony Storm came out and basically said, 2018's been my year, but I want my crack at the NXT UK Women's title since I won the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, she said, look, I get a championship shot of my choosing, so how about I go after the big dog? I'm going after Rhea Ripley, a.k.a. the female Pete Dunne.
You said big dog, and my first thought was big dog, my yard.
At least Rhea doesn't say big dog, my yard, woof woof.
Yeah. At least I can get behind Rhea Ripley's character. She just wants to kick ass and take names.
Yes. That's pretty much all she does. That's why they call her the Mosh Pit Kid.
Yeah. And anyway, Johnny Saint, I almost called him Johnny Moss. Anyway, Johnny Saint basically said, "You want it, you got it."
Yep.
Now, quick question:
Mm-hmm.
do you think they overlooked Toni Storm getting her championship opportunity, or were they sitting on it for a while?
I think they were sitting on it for a while. They were waiting on the right moment. When they announced Takeover Blackpool.
Part of me thinks that they just forgot about it. They were like, "Oh shit, she did get a championship match. We fucking forgot about it."
Well, yeah, but I mean, who else would you put up against Rhea right now? She beat Isla Dawn. Jenny, she's a heel. No. Dakota Kai's out with injury, supposedly.
Good point.
I mean, who else is a formidable opponent for Rhea Ripley?
Shayna Baszler. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
but
I
one
get
dream.
I get what you're trying to say. So yeah, Toni Storm, Rhea Ripley, the NXT UK Women's Championship official for Takeover Blackpool.
January 12th.
Yes.
Anyway, we move on to the next match. It was the Lucky and Kenny Williams taking on the Irish Ace, Jordan Devlin.
Or as I say, Finn Balor 2.0. This was pretty much all Jordan Devlin here.
Oh, especially those
Suplexes.
or basically just dropped Kenny Williams on his neck.
Yeah, especially that one with that snap suplex. It was just like
he grabbed him from prone position by the arm, snatched him up, and dropped it.
Yeah, it's pretty much like Kenny Williams was like this. I was like, holy shit. I'm surprised he ain't got a broken neck.
Anyway, Kenny Williams got squished by the Ireland's Call.
Yeah. Again, I like that name.
Anyway, post-match, Jordan Devlin basically said, I've basically come out there and exposed everyone for who they truly are. And he basically said he's coming after somebody else. He was very vague about it.
Yeah. I do like that because Vic Joseph, they were like, who was he talking about? I do like that, though.
I have a feeling it's going to be Flash Morgan Webster.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Anyway, next up we had Dan Maloney versus Eddie Dennis.
This guy. Dan Maloney.
I'm just going to start calling him Dan Baloney until he fucking surprises me because...
This guy, he's
bland like baloney.
Again, he's like that create a character in 2K.
Yep.
That's pretty much who he is. That's what we'll start calling him. Create a character Maloney.
Yeah, I like Dan Baloney.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
he took on Eddie Dennis.
He brought the fight to Dennis in the first couple outings, but it was all Dennis from that point on until
Bomber Dave Mastiff came out there.
I like to refer to him, Massive Dave Mastiff.
Yeah. He came out there and he attacked Eddie Dennis because Eddie Dennis attacked him last week during an interview. So he ended up winning by DQ, being Dennis, and this is not over between these two.
Yep. Oh, it is far from over.
Far from over.
Afterwards, Mastiff feasted on Baloney.
Yeah.
He beat the shit.
And rightfully so, because this guy's just fucking. Next week, well, in 2 weeks, they made a match in the tag team semifinal. You know what? That just came out of nowhere. That just came out of left field. Anyway, it's Gallus versus Mustache Mountain. The winners will go to the finals to determine the first ever tag team champions.
Takeover Blackpool.
Blackpool, yes.
Anyway, next up we had Zach Gibson's tour of Liverpool.
Yeah, he basically said that the city of Liverpool turned their back on him and they need him more than he needs them.
Yeah. But yeah, he basically just ran James Drake through all this myth, all this circumstance and all that.
James Drake just basically stood there like, I'm really not interested.
He just looked like tourist. He's like, yeah, mate, this is riveting. What are we going to eat again?
It reminded me of one of those shows, like The Real World.
Yeah.
Like where they're just like one guy or one person standing there talking, the other one's just like, yeah, this is great. This is cool. I'm hungry. I want to go to sleep. Yeah.
I want to go night-night.
Yeah, I want to go night-night. That's exactly how he's like, yeah, I'm hungry. I want to go eat. I want to go sleep. I want to go night-night.
Anyway, next up was a qualifying match for the NXT UK tag team titles. It was Jack Stars and Tucker taking on Tyson T-Bone and Saxon Tuxley.
This was a quick match. This was a squish match.
Yeah.
Tyson T-Bone and Saxon Huxley. He had actually had some good luck with old Tyson.
Well, you know what they say. Muscle Cat Jesus always lands on his feet.
Yeah. They did mention his previous partners, Joseph Connors and Sam Gradwell.
Yeah, I forgot about Sam Gradwell.
Yeah, because I forgot he's injured.
Yeah, he went down with injury, so he hasn't had complete bad luck with...
Now, on this episode, or was it episode 20, where Joseph Connors cut that promo? Talking about
that was on the next episode.
Okay.
Anyway, but, yeah. In the main event this week, we had... Well, on episode 19, we had Ligero taking on Joe Coffey.
It's still weird to hear Ligero talk.
Well, what makes it worse is they've stripped him of his personality. Because when he was on the Independents, he was quiet, and he did some funny stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he's still good.
He's still great, don't get me wrong. It's just, they've stripped him of all personality. Right now, he's just a dude in a mask.
Yeah, and then Joe Coffey came in there. He said, yeah. He said, you need to worry about... He said something like, you need to worry about you.
Yeah.
And I'm coming for the NXT UK Championship.
Yeah.
Because this is my kingdom.
Because it's my kingdom.
It's just so funny when he does it. I mean, I know he's done it before.
What makes it worse is him and Mark are standing there looking, intense.
And Wolfgang just, ow!
Yeah.
He's like the odd one out.
It's like TLC from last year.
Yeah.
With Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose looking intense as fuck, and then you got Kurt Angle is just, hey guys, happy to be here.
Yeah. He's like that one dad trying to hang out with his kids, trying to be cool. Like, hey, I'm here. I'm glad to be here.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Oh, what's your name?
I'm trying to be hip.
Yeah, I'm trying to be the cool dad,
Anyway, but
Or he's like that one group member in the band that's like off, like the off-brand member.
Off-brand, trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, but Joe Coffey won. I think he won with Black Coffee.
Yeah, because Ligero was going for some, I think it was springboard, and he just spun around and hit him with the Black Coffee.
Yeah.
So I do like the fact that they're keeping Joe strong heading into Blackpool.
Yeah, until Pete Dunne beats his ass.
Yeah.
But let's not ignore those. I'm not gonna call them spears because that's not what they were. They were fucking ballistas, where he just dove head first at Ligero multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah. Because when he did that, Ligero just like he
looked like he got hit by a shotgun. He just flew.
Yeah. Like he got hit by a shotgun straight out the door.
Anyway, we kicked off episode 20 with Liverpool's number 1. And James Drake taking on the Wild Boar, Mike Hitchman, and the debut of Primate, Jay Melrose.
I was shocked when they showed him because, honestly, I wasn't expecting it. But at the same time, this was a really good combination.
Oh, yeah.
Of Wild Boar and Primate. I mean, even though they weren't going to win, but, it was still cool to see old Primate on WWE TV.
I mean, the one thing that took it away from me was they didn't let Primate spit his fake blood.
Yeah.
Like while he's in Defiant, he'll pop out there and he'll just like do a blood mist up in the air.
Yeah.
And then he'll have like fake blood dripping from his big mustache.
Yeah. But anyway, Gibson and Drake ended up winning with the Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Mayhem.
Ticket to Mayhem.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gibson cut a promo. The fans were booing him. Some were cheering him. He got on the mic. He said, we are here to make a name for ourselves. We are going to win the tag team titles. We are the best tag team on this brand.
Yeah, he made a point of saying Liverpool does not... Zach Gibson does not need Liverpool. Liverpool needs Zach Gibson.
He even mentioned, he said, when I was on the come up, when I was touring the world, the city of Liverpool, the people of Liverpool turned their back on me. I love my city, but I don't like the people of Liverpool. So I really, this is why you just can't fucking, you can't fucking hate this guy.
I mean, he's got X-Pac heat, but it doesn't feel like he's got X-Pac heat.
And he's so good on the mic.
It is.
And James Drake is just like, yeah, whatever he said, yeah.
He's like,
He's like his hype man.
Yeah, he's just saying it's like, yeah, whatever he says, I'm just here to fuck shit up.
Yeah, as they always do.
Yeah.
Anyway, we move on to Bomber Dave Mastiff taking on Josh Morrell.
He was gonna take on.
Or he was going to take on Josh Morrell until Eddie Dennis came out there and basically just knocked him down and scoop slammed him on the stage, and that was it.
Well, what I loved about that part was he was hyping the crowd up, and Eddie Dennis just walks up and just.
Yeah. And basically this went to a no contest. They had one referee each hold them back, and that's the way they were trying to, the way one referee was trying to hold Mastiff back was just like, come on, bro.
I didn't think there was a referee trying to hold Dennis back. I remember there being a ref holding
Mastiff,
because I was just thinking to myself, you're like 300 pounds, ball over him, mate.
Yeah. It's just like, you're going to need like 10 referees to hold that massive refrigerator back.
Now, if you think about it, they really should have done this in reverse order. They should have had, let's see, what happened last week with them? They should have had, Dan Maloney versus Eddie Dennis on episode 20. Because that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, in a way.
Because Mastiff just comes out there and just beats down Eddie Dennis,
Yeah.
episode 19.
Yeah.
Or episode 20.
Yeah.
After, Dennis basically steals Mastiff's victim.
Yeah.
But, I can still dig this. I like Dave Mastiff. I'm coming around to Eddie Dennis.
Yeah, Eddie Dennis, he's pretty good, but Dave Mastiff, he's riding on the wave right now.
Yeah.
And he's pretty popular with the NXT UK crowd.
Yeah, until they kill his character once he loses to Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up we had Mark Andrews taking on the debuting Marcel Barthel.
Now, Marcel, he's appeared on NXT TV before. Last we saw him, he took on EC3 at a house show. But,
well, we didn't see that. That was the last we heard.
Yeah, well, last we heard... Well, I watched it, but anyway. He's pretty impressive.
Marcel Barthel is really good. Like, in NXT, he's underrated and more of, spotlighted enhancement talent. But here, this was a great outing for him.
Yeah, of course, Fabian Eichner had to stick his nose in this match because of his ongoing beef with Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. And because of Fabian Eichner, Marcel Barthel won in his debut, and looks like they're going to be forming some type of tag team.
Yeah. They're calling it the European Connection or something like that.
Yeah.
It's something like that. It's going to be stupid.
I could see them calling him that because, Marcel's from Germany?
Yeah, he's German.
And Fabian's from...
he's Italian.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, one of the things I want to point out about Marcel Barthel, and I heard about it on Going in Raw before I even watched the match, is his character.
Yeah.
Because, he's got that composed, no-nonsense, type character. He's cool. And it really hits home because of his reaction when Mark Andrews kicked out of one of his bigger moves. He had this, shocked / pissed off face.
Yeah.
He's really, really good.
Yeah, very underrated. And I was just sitting there they really need to keep him on this brand instead of just taking him to the original NXT brand. Just keep him on that brand. I can see, of course they're going to stick him with Fabian Eichner, but if you put him on his own, he can do some work. He can make a lot of noise in the NXT UK division.
Oh, yeah. He'll be the greatest German wrestler on that brand.
Yes.
Until Walter comes in and just says,
fuck shit up.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we closed out the show with the NXT UK Women's Championship match between Rhea Ripley and Deonna Purrazzo, and we totally missed that backstage segment from episode 19.
Yeah, because it was shit. What's his name? Razzie. He was interviewing Sid and Johnny, and they came out and they said what they said, and Rhea walked up and she was like, so I gotta defend my. She said, you know what? I want to defend my title next week. You give me some competition, and I'm gonna squash them. So they went back in the office, and Sid was like, okay, we got you an opponent. You want to defend your title next week? You're going to defend your championship against Deonna Purrazzo. And she just looked at him like...
She looked at Sid and just basically said, I still don't like you, Sid.
And Johnny Saint was just looking at him like...
What can you do?
What did you do to her?
No, I said, what can you do?
Oh, yeah. Or was it episode 20, that Isla Dawn interview?
I think that was episode 19.
Because Jenny... what really pissed me off was Jenny was, jaw-jacking with her. Basically saying, oh, you lost, and if I were you, I would have walked out the champion. And Razzie just walked out like, oh, shit. I was like, motherfucker. And Isla just looked like she was about to legit cry. The way Razzie just walked off, like, that really just pissed me off.
I'm not a fan of Razzie.
I'm not either. He's annoying. He's really annoying.
Anyway, but let's move on to this NXT women's match.
Oh, this was so great.
Oh, this was a killer match.
Yes.
I like Rhea Ripley. I'm starting to love Deonna Purrazzo.
You know what? Deonna Purrazzo, she's been all over the world, various promotions, and you know what? She really held her own against the Mosh Pit Kid.
Yeah, she's come a long way since getting toe tapped by Asuka.
Yeah. That was how long ago?
God, it feels like years, but that was back during Asuka's undefeated streak. Well, before her undefeated streak took off the ground.
Okay, buy or sell the worst toe tap, Deonna Purrazzo or Cameron?
Deonna Purrazzo, because I actually remember it. I'd buy that.
Cameron, I had to buy because Cameron, that was a squash. I mean, she was already on her way out of the company, and what has she done since that we know of?
Don't hear about her anymore.
Exactly.
So she's probably back to a normal life.
Oh, well, anyway, of course, Rhea Ripley won with the Riptide. Afterwards, she was beating down Deonna Purrazzo until Toni Storm came out there and chased her off. And so, looks like within, 2 weeks' time or so?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. That match is going to be pretty damn good.
Oh, no doubt.
Afterwards, Deonna Purrazzo and Toni shook hands and...
Well, actually, they just did this number right here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did that.
Yeah.
And that's how we end the show with Toni Storm in the ring, and she's getting a round of applause.
Yeah. So, that's 3 count for this week.
Yep.
So, you're coming down the pipeline, of course, we got 3 count as per usual.
Yep.
We are working on our year-end awards. That'll come out early 2019.
Yep.
I know everybody's doing their best of list right now.
Yeah.
But fuck that.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it next year. We're gonna do it early next year.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see what else.
Hopefully we'll have a preview, if not a preview, a review of Wrestle Kingdom 13. That whole card is motherfucking lit from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Preview and review of NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool. Preview and review of NXT TakeOver Phoenix and Royal Rumble. And a whole list of other stuff in the month of January. January is looking pretty lit for the world of professional wrestling.
Yeah, because you also have Impact Wrestling's Homecoming.
Oh yeah, January 6th. Before they move to that damn Pursuit channel. God. What the fuck?
I've never heard of Pursuit.
I was listening to the sound off, and he was saying that channel is based out of here in Alabama. I'll have to do some more research of that because the shows that he was naming are more like hunting and fishing shows. Jeez. So yeah.
So it's a local channel. Good God.
Pretty much.
Charter doesn't even pick up, I guess.
DirecTV has it. I think Fight Network has it. Some other channels, some other providers have it. But I'm gonna see if they have a damn app. If not, I'm just gonna go back to watching highlights on their fucking YouTube channel.
I'd say I doubt they have an app.
Yeah.
Anyway,
fucking Impact.
We also are going to be doing our next episode of Vintage Review sometime soon. I don't know when.
Yes, of WCW's World War III. 3 rings, 60 men, 1 big clusterfuck.
And also the infamous King of the Road match.
Yeah, where Dustin Rhodes and who would he face? Oh, that name just left.
I forget.
Anyway, it was where they bladed. We talked about this numerous times, and it's on record where they bladed At the time, WCW had a no blood policy.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And because they bladed and cut themselves, they ended up getting fired.
Yeah.
I think we need to do a what other review were we doing after that?
Bowl of 2017.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like fucking chase. That's gonna be like drinking whiskey after watching World War III.
Oh my God. So yeah, we got a lot coming in the month of January.
Before I forget, love his opinions but hate his ugly face.
Yes, Castbox. Listen to my podcast Prime Talk on the Castbox app. If not, you can listen to some previous episodes of me on the JM Sports and Wrestling Podcast with my boy James McCoy. So check out his podcast as well on Castbox, on Anchor, and any other podcast platform that you listen to podcasts to.
Yep. Well, with all of that being said, I am War Machine MJ.
I'm Dickie.
Yeah, he's Dickie.
Yeah.
We are the 3 Count Mafia, and we will see you guys next time.
Pow.
All right.